Greetings and welcome back. Now it's summer, day one of summer, and we're back in the village, finishing things up and going to look at what happened with our planting in spring that we rushed through as best we could. This house marks kind of the start of what I want to accomplish. I want to get as much building done as possible today. So my goal is to get tons of building done, and also head into town to make sure we get our romance continuing with Alina so we can have our future wife. Now, we need another hammer in order for us to make this happen. We also need to double check and make sure that we actually have everything we need sitting in here. Do you see a copper hammer here? What are we doing for hammers? Because we're going to need our guy to keep working. We also need to start thinking about what our farmers are up to, since our farmers are just going to be coming out of the fields, hanging out, not having much to do. I did thresh this rye grain at the end of the season, so you'll see from all of what we harvested we have 775 grain. That's gonna do okay for us. We can sell that in the local town and do well with that. I'm a little curious to do a price comparison between just selling the grain as it is or turning it into flour first, so we have to look into that. Let's see here, we're good on logs, so I think what we'll do for now is I need hammers to be in the inventory here so that our blacksmith can keep smithing, and it looks like we're out of sticks, so that's going to have to be a solved issue as well. Copper knives are sitting here. Now we do have a hunter active right now, which means that knives are constantly getting taken, and that's one concern I have, is that I have our smith making copper knives, and I'm concerned that what's happening is that those copper knives are simply getting used up by the hunting hut, which is a problem. I don't want to keep having that. So I think what I'll probably do at this point is have him change duties, and I'll change him to the sewing hut and have him start making items there. See what we can do about that. We need the production skill. And right now, since the knives are getting used up, I want to change this up. So we're dropping you out of here. We're going to put you in the sewing hut. And we're going to ask you to make, let's see here, we will need him making thread. I need to go to technology and unlock some things. And while we're here, let's look into a few things. Obviously we want linen thread, we're gonna probably want linen fabric, yes. Then it's time to decide, do we want straw hats, which sell for 50, take 20 straw, 1 fabric, flat straw hats that take more straw and sell for only 10 more. That's not worth it in my opinion. I think we keep it simple and we go here. Takes the least amount of resources, and it's not like this is paying off more. This is lighter, which is good, but this will pay off more in the end. Now, of course, it's not worth a lot, which also means that it's not going to give us a lot of technology, but it is still something worthwhile. Linen fabric is going to be something that we are going to want to get lots of over time. And with our sewing hut, let's start out by having him make linen thread out of flax stalk. That should take him a good amount of time. A little bit of fabric. We do need him to generate some of the fabric that he'll be using to build with. Simple bags wouldn't be a bad idea, but I really don't think I have enough leather sitting around. Yeah, no resources. So then we'll have him make straw hats. Now we have a lot of straw, so let's have that go wild. We don't need over 2 for that one, so let's get this so that we're getting actually nearly 5 out of that. Linen thread, we probably could go a little under on straw hat. Let's bring up fabric a bit. Now that being the case, I will need to make sure that the flax is actually taken care of. Farmers will be harvesting that shortly. That'll be just fine. And once that's done, I'll come back and I'll thresh that so we have it in stock. I think he should be able to get this done while we're working, and that should be alright. But I don't want to keep doing stuff with a smithy, which does bring into question why I would bother with the logs now. So let's change gears here. A side thought to consider, which I just noticed as I was reading one of the loading screens, is that when you, I've been pulling up stumps every time with a shovel. When you pull up a stump with a shovel, the tree will not ever regrow. It's gone for good from that spot. Now what's interesting is they say if you leave the stump, then that stump turns back into a tree within 2 years. Now that's something I was not actually aware of. I thought the trees were just a finite thing. You harvest them, there they go, we're done, okay, move on. So that's interesting to note, and I'm guessing y'all probably knew that, but that's a new one for me. I did not realize that, so that's going to change how I do some things now. Because I don't necessarily want to get rid of every tree, and if I don't need the stump, that extra log, then why bother? It's going to be me making a couple of hammers here so we have them on hand, and also getting some more technology, of course, since I really want to get the next level of smithy in our production tree. We're doing well on unlocking things for farming. At this point, we can actually go buy a donkey and have a donkey shelter. That does mean that we're going to need more people in places, and that means more villagers, and that means finishing houses. And that's where we're going now. So let's make this happen. Can I carry all of the stone? That's a negative. All right. Alright, no, we don't need that rolling down the hill. Now, I already framed this in. Ah, yes, I forgot to bring the logs, and that's what it is. We'll come back with the logs later. We have 99 in our stock, so that should be good. Plan for this day is to get a bit of the building done, get the houses started, get it to a point where we can go back into the village, check in with our future wife, and maybe get a little further in the romance on this, and see if there's any villagers worth having. So we can expand further while we're in town, questing, and then of course coming back and finishing out the day. Now where did my giant stack of stone end up? Here we go. Alright, with that, the goal here for our money situation is probably going to be around rye and farming for a good while. Oh, Builder's Trance, thank you so much. This goes so much faster. And getting technology for production is going to be helpful. I really want to get the blacks online so we can get our guy doing lots of seamstering in our sewing hut. And then we'll do more smithing work as we go in the smithy with cover. Haven't been in the mine in a while, so that's a place that we could definitely go back to and get more from. Alrighty, it's going to be logs next. But we also need to make sure we get the planks on the roof. And while we're here with our plus 20% build speed, we're going to put the planks online. Get this thing going. It's nice to see that they keep updating to fix little things along the way. This update happened a while back and everything seems to be working well. I didn't notice any particular issues related around the update. It's always nice to see things constantly getting looked at, and I love the attention that the devs put into this game. It's really nice to see how active they are with it and how committed they are to keeping the game working really well for us. And it's just a lot of fun. I've also been looking back at my old village and seeing all the things that I haven't finished, and I'm excited. I think I'm gonna start a series up where I go back into that village and actually finish the darn thing up and do a side story with that. I spent a lot of time on that initial village. I'm not even to the point where I've had my first family member take over. I think my kid isn't even old enough to be an apprentice yet, so it's early. We need 9 logs. And with this, we're going to take 9 logs, and that's it. I do believe we need planks for the other station. And as we build this thing, yes, sticks do need to be dropped into here. Well, fertilizer. Oh, the constant thing that we need. We do need these logs for planks, so that's part of what's going on here. 2 more planks is a start. I don't recall how many planks I had sitting over there, so we'll have to get to that. I need to borrow this there, friend. Just voila. Let's do 18 to get ourselves closer. The next step, I want to get a pigsty. Now, pigs cost 675 if they're already fully grown. If I buy a piglet, it only costs me 180, and that's so much less money. The problem is I have to devote a worker to just keeping that pig alive. for seasons and just maintaining it and paying animal feed for no benefit on that. That's the cost benefit on that one, where we could get a piglet. It would cost us significantly less gold, and we would also, well, it wouldn't eat as much, so animal feed would be lower, but it also wouldn't produce anything useful for us, so we wouldn't get anything out of it. I'd really like to get ourselves up to the amount where we can have 2 pigs. And yeah, that's going to be 13 to 14,000 or 13 to 1,400 gold. So that's not a small amount of gold to pay. We'll need to find a way to get there. We'll go into town and quest a bit. I'll bring everything I can to sell into town. See what we can do. We also need to think about a scythe, because we are sitting on a spot where our farmers are harvesting and we have 1 scythe, which is not enough, I don't think. With that, we've taken too many logs, which means we need to replenish the logs. And we'll finish up our house on the hill. Not Haunted Hill, but our house up on the hill, and then we'll head over to the other house on the far side and see where we're at with that. This will raise our taxes, which is another thing to consider, but we also have many seasons to go. Now, when you're doing the Builder's Trance, it always helps to start with a wall that's easy to fix and requires the least amount of resources. That way, you get that build speed right away. There we go. Our first house in the hill region. The farmland did well, aside from the oat. Running out of fertilizer at the end there was really unfortunate. I'd like to have had all of the fertilizer and been ready to go for that. We ran out of fertilizer, ran out of time. So the amount of oat we're going to get this next season is not huge, but it'll be enough to start ourselves out with our animal feed. And that is the whole reason for that. We needed animal feed for us to start with chickens, which I still haven't located yet. We haven't traveled far enough to see that, and I haven't actually looked into where they are located. Figured we'll discover it as we go. I was hoping it was in the first town, but just flying pigeon chickens and geese by the look of it. It'll be worth actually traveling out there and going to one of the other towns nearby, since I haven't bothered to do that yet. Also need to find a donkey, because we're at the point where we've unlocked the donkey shelter too, which would make it a lot easier to do a lot of our work. Look at me. I had all the planks just sitting here waiting. I would do such a thing. That's good though. That means that we have everything ready to just finish this thing out. And with finishing it out, we can move on. And I'd very much like to get the pigsty built so that we have a place for them to make manure. So we can start making fertilizer and stop paying for it. Although admittedly, if I just bought manure from the towns, it'll cost a lot less. Right? I mean, manure's cheap. Fertilizer's cheap. Honestly, for this first while here, I'm probably better off just not even bothering with the pigsty and just dealing with the fertilizer situation and making money that way. That thought makes a lot of sense, unfortunately. Donkey shelter. Oh man, so good. Just because then we can carry more stuff. I say we get the pigsty built just so we have it started. And then if I want to expand into it, I have the access to it that I needed. Alrighty. Terrain's too uneven to build. Yep, we're going to run into that a lot, unfortunately. Building on a hilly region is not the easiest for finding spaces. I'm hoping that... Oop, there we go. Yep. There should be a zone somewhere around here. I know that I had some spaces that were good. And it's so precarious. There we go. Boom. There we go. Hill pigs. We will have hill pigs. Let's get ourselves some stones. I'm gonna leave some of those stumps there. I want to see this happen. I want to see the trees actually come back. I did not realize that was a thing, and that's super cool. It'll be nice to see this area reforest to some degree too. I'm curious. I know the town decorated trees, the ones that are taken out, obviously won't come back, and that's fine. That's what it is. Those are meant for decoration. But it's pretty cool that you can actually have these things come back. We'll get this started. They're saying that they're out of resources. That probably means we're missing a tool, which would be really sad since that's going to cost us money. All the money. No resources, huh? You're looking for fertilizer. What are you trying to... Oh, I know what they're trying to do. They want to do another season's worth of cabbage. That's what they want to do. Do we have enough logs? Why, yes. Yes, we do. Now, alright, resource storage number 2. That's fantastic. We'll need more logs and more sticks. Easily done. Get the sticks while we're out here since there's plenty of them. And since we know that these trees will come back, I don't feel as bad about taking the trees out in this area. Holy cow, they did the flax already. I don't think I need my farmers sitting here working anymore. That's really good. Yeah, actually, that's really good. So since they're done with the field work already, what I can do is I can send one of them into the barn and take care of the... I can have them take care of threshing and whatnot. Matter of fact, we need to do that now. So let's take one of you, because it looks like you're doing a great job of that. Nishtanka. Let's put you here in the farm, and let us... Oops. Silly. Yes, we want to get the flax taken care of. Let's do as much of this as we can, because we know we have a worker on this. Get that going quick as we can. Alrighty, so fertilizer, do we have access to that for... No, don't have enough rot sitting around. I'm pretty confident that I've already threshed all the rest of this, so there shouldn't be anything else. That means the only thing she has to do is the flax, which that means I should just max it out and have her just go to town on getting that done so that our seamster is finishing that up while she is getting all of that taken care of. That should take good use of our time and allow us to get through this. Alrighty, tree down. And there we go. More feathers will be good too. And we can get more arrows, which we always need more of. Let's see here. The entertainment in watching me learn how to do these things, I'm sure, is a fun thing. I've definitely learned a lot as we've done the videos. So I've finished out how to do all of the things with video editing and whatnot. And I'm learning a lot of different skills around it, where I'm trying to figure out exactly how to do proper video editing. I'm looking forward to putting more effects in things and adding some character to it, and appreciate everyone being a part of this journey, and thank you for your patience on this journey as well, since obviously I'm learning and here you are watching as I learn. And suggestions along the way I really appreciate. I know in one of my first videos I had somebody talking about the video quality and asking me to look into that. I really appreciate that, because it did push me to look at how the video quality was working, and I believe it's come a long way, and that's nice to have. So thank you for all your feedback. Thanks for being here. Keep the feedback coming, and thanks for sticking around. We'll see where we can go with this too. I'm curious how far we can get in this first season. At some point I want to try doing a speed run is what I'm gonna think about doing, where I want to try to at some point do an Oxbow take 2, and I want to do a rapid fire, like let's just get as maxed out as fast as possible. Season 1 or day 1 I want to have fields down. Day 2 I want to have houses built and villagers working, and have the farming situation up and online rapidly, because I believe if I would have had a good farming situation locked in right at the start, we'd be sitting on a lot more money right now. Farming is a great starting thing to do. One of the reasons for it is just simply, where are we at here? One of those reasons is simply this whole rye. I mean, look at that, 775 grain. I mean, let's just take 400 of that grain to town. We're going to be planting a lot of it, but we'll be getting a lot of this back. For now, we need the cash. So a lot of this is me looking into what's the cash. We'll take 503 back with us. And yeah, we'll do the flour unlock. Next step, I believe we needed straw. So we are going to have to take a good collection of straw. I don't think we needed 48, but I don't want to have to come back. I do want to get back into that mine, and I am looking forward to unlocking the mine as we go. Since I'm hoping that we have iron deeper in this mine, and that by adding the actual mine structure to it, that we unlock the iron portion of this mine. And if not, well, then we started with a great early technology mine, but it's not going to be the long run mine for our game. Then we'll have to find another site. Oh, I did not have the... Alright, gotcha. We'll need a couple more logs. Oh, and it was really a lot less straw than I thought. Should be fine. Could always build the donkey shelter while we're thinking about it. We'll just take this one out. In 2 years' time, we'll have it back. 2 years isn't too long to wait. We'll keep that one over there. We want some shade for the biggies. I'm also going to do the picking of berries. Oh, wow, that was a good flight. You see that? All the way up in the air. We will also think about that donkey shed. Get that donkey shed built and be set to go. And then get a donkey. Where am I going to put a donkey? Donkey shed. I say we put a donkey shed right at the end of the barn here. Right by the roadway. Just so we can get that going. Just so we can be right by the road. Ready to go. There we go. Planned out, ready to go. To the town we go. It's a questing we will go. Quests and things. We'll get some quests done. We'll go... Oh, I forgot to bring the figs. We'll save that for when we get closer in our romance with our future wife, Alina. Well, maybe, right? Maybe. We'll see. That's the goal, anyway. When she sees how just amazing of a hunter we are, we shall see what she says. Luckily, she has really low hunting skill, so we can say, hey, yeah, me too. Oh, check it out. Looks like somebody got taken out trying to travel across the land. Copper axe really looking rough. Salty fish. Don't mind if I do. Oh, they ran into a stone, broke a wheel, and then just broke down. Take the planks. I mean, yeah, why not? Ooh, more mead bottles. Uh-oh, looks like they had the mead and they decided to drink it. They're like, well, forget it. We're stuck here. We're drinking the mead. I love the little things that generate each season. It's always fun. All right. With that, do we bother getting a deer? It's almost the end of the day. I say, again, same thing as last time. Go into town, find out what the quests are, then do the hunting. On the way, on the way. Sky chicken. See you later, sky chicken. Now, the wanderings here have taken us a little ways around. We haven't gone too far yet. I mean, this is a spot we could go to. This is a spot we could go to. We haven't even seen those villages, and honestly, we haven't explored all of this region, which I'd love to do at some point. And I do want to explore the red zone here, too. I want to see what's going on in there. Wolves in there, yes. Now, are there also bandits in there? I wonder. Alrighty. How you doing, buddy?
Summer. The only
There's Alina. There. Let's hear. Let's do small talk. What's on your mind lately? It's good to have others around. How's your day going? Summer's a time of growth. Oh, that's good. Small talk. Wait, no. I didn't choose romance. I'm silly. First one. Seem very interesting. Do you prefer sunny or rainy days? Like both? Nice. Let's see here. Talk about something else. Great heights. My favorite animals are always chickens. Let's see. Yeah. She loves does. Beautiful and graceful. Ooh, good thing I didn't shoot one on the way in. Local cuisine. What brought her here? I'm permanently in love with this land. How do you like it here? He likes it so far so good. Kinda sorta. Alrighty.
Maybe
How are
I'll
you doing,
start.
beautiful?
I've been sober since last autumn.
Uh-oh. A hedgehog. Oh, we're not doing dad jokes. Not gonna talk about the king either. What do you call a pig that ran into a bush? It's called. Let's try the dad joke. It's gonna go bad. Oh, nice. She kind of likes it, but Uncle said it. Ooh, you're carrying? I'm sure you'll be a great mother. I'm not sure if I think so. Oh, interesting. I thought she'd like that one because she said she wanted to start a family, that's a thing. I'm glad to have met you. Supposedly there's a hunter who stuffs carcasses. You want to make an omelet, you have to break things. Let's say being proud of who they are. What does she think of that? Good, that's pretty good. It's a good increase. Alright. Pointless burn. I've never felt love like that. I can't do that one yet. That's a problem. Let's soaking the clothes in urine. I don't know. Is that where we want to go? Is she a practical person? Once we've heard that, it doesn't hinge the doors. Sounds surreal. Let's see what she thinks of the king. Okay, so she likes talking about the king. I admire your honesty. Let's try that. Yes, compliments are always great. And, ooh, your athletic figure is quite impressive. Ooh! Nope, that was a bad one. Oh, dang. She thought I was implying that she looked like a man. I was just saying you're fit, lady. I was just saying you like, you can like, you're more fit. Look at you. You can outrun me. You can outdo me. That's what I'm saying. That was a fumble. All right. Well, we got ourselves a little further up in that, and not bad. I did not make the flour yet, but I can find out the price difference in flour as we get here. That's a kiddo. We're not going to sell to you. You're the tavern keeper. Well, why not? Oh yeah, that's right. We found a pair of boots. This copper axe, 23 gold. Yeah, they can go. Copper knives, donate them. We've got other things. Mead bottles are weak. They're too low. We're going to keep it. Salted fish is worth selling. I don't need it, so we're not going to use it. I do have a stone knife. Perfect. We just want to make sure we have some of those things on hand. That'll give us 1,200 gold. That's okay. Yep, we're going to go for it because I need the money. That puts us at 2,000. He does not have flour. I need to find our guy who's all about resources. I want to see the difference in prices between flour and grain. Hi there. We also could think about some other things, like trees at some point. Animal feed costs 19. Despicable. Let's see here. Fertilizer is dirt cheap. Yep, that's what's going to happen. We're definitely just buying fertilizer for these first few seasons. We will get the pigs. That's no question on that. Flour goes for 5.6 when selling here, and we compare that to rye grain, which is also 5.6. The next step will be figuring out how much it costs to make flour. Because if you get more flour out of the seed than what goes in, then that's worth it. If not, no. That's just, no, not worth it at all. Looking for a manure. Absolutely, we're going to take that. Now, before I get too content with taking these things, we've got to do this. Berries. Oh. Berries is going to take a while, but it's kind of easy. Hunting wolves. Okay, I can do that. I think we should do that. Planks, sticks, and logs. Is that going to be her again? No, it's Derwin. Fantastic. We have 2 planks already, and we can buy some. This will be easy. Knife swindler, stone knives. Yes, of course. Sky rats. Now this person, who is this person? And do I really want to hunt pigeons? Not really. What's it going to give us? Feathers. Not happening. Not worth the time. Wolves, I'll take it. And then berries, why not? Alrighty, so that means we need more planks, we need more logs, we need more sticks. Okay, cool. Let's double check in to see if we can actually take the sticks out of the trees that are in the local area. I probably shouldn't steal that plank. It's tempting, just to see what happens. But, you know, that's one of those things that never ends well. One of those things where, like in a very entertaining Dungeons & Dragons campaign or RPG game where you're like, you know what, I roll in town, you know what, I pick a fight with the guard. You're like, no, you don't. Why? He's wearing armor, you're new. Oh. Alright, well, have fun. Roll it out. You're done. Entertaining starts to things. Alrighty, let's see here. We gotta make knives. We need knives. We need a bunch of knives. And we need logs. The wolves we'll take out on the way home, ideally. Or get taken out with on the way home. And since now I know that these trees will come back, I am not taking out stumps anymore. No, sorry. No, no, no. I want to make sure they stay so we can get them back in case we need them in the future. From here, stone knives is really the goal of it. Planks, I'm going to just buy. Yeah, level and extraction. Are we at the level where we finally get mule? That's exactly what I'm in it for. I don't need the other things. I'm taking mule. No question. Woodcutter's trance and miner's trance are great, but carrying capacity is the only thing I care about right now. So this was the goal. Get the extraction skill up as soon as possible. And the reason for it was get the skill. And get the miner, or get the mule to have more carrying capacity. Gets you up to 15 as an increase to your carrying capacity, which is a great amount. It's enough to carry more around and not have to be going slow, since we tend to do that quite a bit. Traveling with way too much loaded on us. We'll take out the wolves as we go back today, I believe. We'll take care of the knives while we're here. 5 stone knives will do that. We'll buy a plank from our local guy just so that we're done with it. 2 of them shouldn't cost too much. And from there, we also just need more sticks, but I can't imagine that we're going to be too low on sticks as we go back in. 61 sticks now, and it's only going to cost 5 per. We should be good. We'll just keep it simple with the stone knives. We don't need to go too crazy on that. Now, let's see what we're doing here. Log on the wall, planks are the only things left to do. Knife swindler, we have plenty of stone knives and berries. I was hoping to see that there were some berries on the way back in, but I don't see... Oh, here we are. Be curious to see what happens up here. Do we just stumble into a problem? I'm curious if this can go quickly. We do need to think about the fact that our vendor is going to be heading back in and won't allow us to buy pretty soon. Also probably worth noting that as we harvest all these things, we need to carry them too. But we just got a big increase to how much we can carry. It's handy. Maybe we'll wander across a wolf while we're in here. Inspector mode is super handy. Just to double check where you're at, save a little time, make sure you're seeing what you need to see for things. I wanted to make sure I was actually seeing where the bushes were. Every once in a while I get a little off from looking at one of the bushes that looks similar to berry bushes, but is not. And for us, we also need to pick these berries, or pick berries for our town too, as it can turn into rot if the seasons change, and that can be really handy for fertilizer. Hey look, a mine. Huh, interesting. That's very close to town. 130. Oh my goodness. We have a lot, but we do not have quite the lot that we're looking to have. Let's get as much as we can. And maybe we can get to 270. That's 100 more to go. Looking around here, it's going to take a while to get all these harvested. We are bumping up against the end of the day, which means that we'll start seeing that we can't get back in time to buy the planks from our vendor. There's a little bit of cost benefit on our actions here. You know we can turn in our quest to Derwin, that's no question. Fantastic. 232. Where's the nearer? These berry bushes seem to be closer than the others. We are also hungry and thirsty. It's worth noting. Maybe we won't pick the deadly nightshade and bring it back with our pile of berries. Seems like a smart move not to bring back the poison. I was going to say we didn't have enough berry bushes around, but I do believe we'll just barely get it. Ooh, actually we might just barely not get it, because I believe we need 275. There we go. Unfortunate. That's it. We're done. Back to town we go. We'll turn in this quest. Had a little bit of a fumble with Alina. She doesn't like to imply that she's got a manly physique. And she seems to like talking about the king and the fantasy around his castle. I thought she would like hearing more about being a good mother and things like that, because I remember one of the early things she said was she just wants to start a family and whatnot, but that turned out not to actually be the thing. Now we're dirty. We're stinky, stinky dirty. So, on the way back in, we can get ourselves a drink and go into town. I should have checked in there to see what I got for donkey. Are there donkey in town here? Because if there are donkeys in town... Oh, cool, outhouse. Yeah, makes sense. It's just like a feature that just makes sense. One of those things I tried to build into my village in the last valley area, was trying to figure out, well, how can I envision making like a restroom area outside of my tavern? Because people be drinking, people be needing to pee. It's going to happen. Where can I make something that'll look like that? So I try to make my own version of outhouses. There's a rando quest out here. Okay. We gotta get back into town first, though. We'll get back in here. We'll talk to a person who's got planks. Hope to get just 2 more planks just off of purchasing. Then, turn in the quest. And profit. We need to catch this guy before he does his I'm going to bed phase.
How can I help you?
There you go.
See you soon. How can I help you?
There you
Have a
go.
nice day.
All the things that we just turned in. Oh no, I think we're about to find out that we cannot.
Whatever you need, take care.
Yep, I think we're not going to be able to get that last bit.
I am a little stitious.
You're super institious? Just little bits of stitious? Small stitious. Boing! Let's see if this is his house. Can't remember. And of course he's asleep already. This guy. Is there a woodworking station that I get to take advantage of? You're a gosling? There would be a woodworking station. If there was one, it would be outside the walls. Alright, well that was unfortunate. I was really hoping to get that last turn-in done. Let's see if we can find a woodworking station out here, see if that counts, and see if I can use it in the first place. Oh, there's a scythe right there. Mare. And this is a small house. This is their barn. Yeah, it does not look like they have donkeys here in town. Well, bummer. Okay, that being the case, we did not get the quest completed that I was hoping to. Oh, I'm drunkst? I drank something? That explains how I was wandering sideways a moment ago. I did not realize that they gave me a beverage. Here we go. Is this a woodworking station? It is not. Where's the wood splitter? I wonder where they decided that the wood splitter's shop would be. And y'all out there are probably just like, dude, go over here. It's right there. Do you not know where this thing is? And the answer is, yeah, totally don't. Huh. Well, that's a bummer. It is tempting to just see what happens and see if we can steal those 2 planks. Now, is it ethical? No, of course not. That's absolutely the wrong move. Does it help us turn in our quest right away? It does. Let's go back into here. Nice clothes washing area. We'll see. See how many planks there are anyway. If it's going to be one of those... Oh, and there's a guy right there. It's a bad move because there's a dude right there. Which means... And he's talking. There's no way this guy doesn't see me. Alright, well, that's too bad. Too bad indeed. Alright, well, I guess it's time to head back home and be done with this day in the town. So, thanks for joining me again. What I'll do is, well, actually, no. Probably should head back out there and do the wolf hunt. So, might as well stick around and be a part of that. Wait, hold on. This is a lot of stone, which means that you're doing a lot of work related to that. So this is perhaps a space where a woodcutter's workshop would be. 2 planks. Definitely says you can steal them. We will avoid that. Where's our guy with the hammer? I remember. Oop, just fell into the trough. I remember there being a guy who needed hammers. Now, is he... There we go. Boom. Let's see. Nope. He does not have a wood shop working station here. Just jump over gates. Whee! Seems to be a little quicker. Everybody's a tanner. I love it. No good. Not seeing a wood working station. So, with all this random wanderings, we have not found a spot for planks. I am still so tempted just to steal the planks. I can turn in the quest and just cross the fingers, but it's not right. Stealing is wrong. And everybody's in bed. The easiest time to steal. Alright, we're out of here. If this was Skyrim, I'd be straight up taking everything, right? I mean, like, that was kind of the meme. Alright, let's get out of here. We can come back and turn in that quest later. I gotta turn in the wolf quest tomorrow anyway, so it's not like it's a big deal. Go hunt us some wolves, go get us some food, get us back to the village, and see what things need to be done. We can get more villagers.
How do you do?
Let's see here. I need to figure out where my farming people are. Crafting never ends. What gives you a hard time? Not bad.
See you around.
That's not bad.
How can I help you?
Adelina. Let's see here. What do you do? Tell me some of your skills. Farming is yeah, you're hired. Alrighty. I want you to be a part of our village. Why? Because we need way more on farming for animal husbandry. Adelina, congratulations. You get the new house. Which new house should we give her? We don't want her to have to walk too far to the fields. It doesn't seem like it's too big a difference either way. We'll have her be the first one up on the hill. There you go. And what are we going to have her work at? I start her here. It at least gives her somewhere to be. I'm going to put her barn working for now just because I think there's still tasks to be done. And that should allow her to still gain skill as the seasons are going, as this season goes. I don't want to put her in a building where nothing is happening, which means that she gains 0 skills. Now we'll go back. I do have some fertilizer. We have some manure that can be turned into fertilizer. Again, the reason for buying the manure is the fact it turns out to be cheaper, and it also turns out to be helpful for unlocking skills, so that's part of it. Getting farming technology up is just fine. It's something that's worth doing, because we are going to want to get further and further along the goose house. I think what'll happen is I built that chicken coop, and I kind of regret that now. I was in a hurry, and I thought I heard chickens again. Goofy stuff. I thought I heard chickens in that town, so I was just going to go buy them at the first city. There are geese there, so what'll probably happen is I'll tear down the chicken coop, and we'll just put a goose hut there instead. I hear what I need to hear, and I see what I need to see. Here we go. There we go. 1 down. And we just got fishing hut. Perfect. So with hunting skill and survival skills, I do want to get those bows unlocked. That means we've just unlocked the longbow. Now that is a big deal, because that takes us away from this garbage bow and moves us on to the next level. Oops, that's a miss. Misses are costly when you can get eaten alive. Nice. Done. taken out the wolf, we're good. Oops, gotta skin it. Perfect. That's good news. Quest complete. Wolves still calling. Let's go home. Well, that does it. This night has wrapped up nicely. I'll go back, I'll pick up the planks. And then what I'll do with the rest of the evening is I will make the fertilizer, and I'm going into the mines for the rest of the night, and I'm going to gather more resources. Now, should I have bought a pickaxe while I was in town? 100% yes. So I'll end up using the stone pickaxes just to make it through. And we'll keep unlocking and going. And I think we'll give our character a chance to sleep. We'll have to see. We'll see what time in morning we end up putting this poor guy to bed. 1 stone. Then we gotta figure out where the donkeys are. Let's make fertilizer. Let's make a fertilizer. Alright, y'all. Thank you for taking the time to join me. I'm grateful for you being a part of this, and I hope you enjoy the series as we go. I hope it's fun to learn things as we go and just, you know, play alongside me. If you're playing on the Oxbow area, I hope your village is doing really well, and I hope that you're learning good tricks with it, and that you're having fun adapting yours. Please share a like and put some comments down there about how things are going for your village. Thanks for your time. Have a great rest of your day.